Hello students. Today we are going to start the third chapter of your Flamingo book. Okay? 2 chapter and 2 poems we have already completed. Okay, now we are going to start this chapter, Deep Water. This chapter is an autobiographical account of William Douglas, or written by William Douglas. If we talk about the author, William Douglas was an American writer. He was a leading advocate of individual rights. He was a friend and advisor to USA President D. Roosevelt. This chapter is a short excerpt is taken from Of Men and Mountains. This is the name of autobiography of William Douglas. If we talk about the chapter, this is, as I told you, this is an autobiography. This is an autobiographical account of William Douglas. In this piece, he tells about his fear of water and how he conquered it by determination and willpower. This chapter reveals, or this short excerpt reveals, how as a young boy William nearly drowned in swimming pool and got fear of water, and how he finally overcame it or conquered it. If we talk about the theme, this chapter is totally based upon the theme of determination and strong willpower. Okay, this show, if we have determination and strong willpower, we can overcome our fear and all types of obstacles in our life. Students, let's discuss the summary of the Deep Waters written by William Douglas. Aversion to water from childhood. Okay, aversion here is dislike. So, student, I want to tell you, fear from water is also known as hydrophobia. When William Douglas was a child, or he was 3 to 4 years old, he would go to beach in California with his father. He would get scared by the might of the huge waves which swept over him, and it instilled a fear in his subconscious mind. So, from childhood, he had an aversion to water. A few years later, he was eager to learn swimming. He joined a swimming pool at YMCA, the name of the place, or the YMCA pool at Yakima River, where an incident further increased his terror. It was when he was 10 or 11 years old when he joined YMCA pool at Yakima River to learn swimming. His mother warned him not to go near Yakima River, so he felt the pool at YMCA was safer. He thought the pool was only 2 to 3 feet deep, while the deep area was 9 feet in depth. He got pair of water wings to prevent drowning. He did not like to wear swimming costumes, which exposes his thin legs, but as he was keen to swim, he gave up his self-respect and wore it. So this thing also tells us that William Douglas in his childhood days was a very skinny or very thin person. So that's why he didn't like to wear swimming costume. But because of swimming, because he wanted to learn swimming, he gave up his self-respect and wore his swimming costumes. At YMCA swimming pool, he experienced death very closely. An accident happened to him at YMCA swimming pool. When he joined the swimming pool at YMCA, the fear of water resurfaced his mind. He gathered confidence by watching other boys swimming and tried to copy them. When William reached the pool, no one was there. He sat on the edge waiting for the other boys to arrive. While he was waiting, then a boy who was around 18 years, well built, seemed to be a bully, arrived there. He picked William and threw him into the deep end of the swimming pool. William took a long time to reach the bottom of the pool. It seemed that the depth was 90 feet instead of 9 feet. He could not hold his breath and felt as if his lungs would burst. He tried to jump with his full strength, but all in vain. He tried to hold rope, but got nothing other than water. He tried to scream to help, he tried to shout for help, but no sound came out of his mouth. His throat was choked by the water. He tried to save himself from drowning, but there was water all around. William sank into the pool. He says that his feelings cannot explain, but it can only be understood by those who experienced the similar situations. He tried hard to save himself, but became unconscious as he drifted away towards death. When he gained consciousness, he was lying on his stomach beside the pool. In this way, he was rescued by the members of the pool. His fear of water kept haunting him for many days. He was unable to eat or sleep properly. He remained away from water for 2-3 years. After 2-3 years, he again had a desire to fishing or to swimming. So for this, he learned swimming with the help of an instructor who ensured that William knew swimming well enough to be able to swim in huge lakes and waterfalls also. Still, when he would swim, the fear from his childhood experience embedded his subconscious mind would grip him over and over again. He wanted to conquer that fear. He faced his fear sarcastically, thinking that now, as he knew how to swim, what harm it could do to him. He challenged his fear in the face of it, and finally it would vanish. He faced his fear, only then he was able to overcome his fear. Experience had a great importance in William Douglas' life. He realized that death was peaceful and only fear of death was fearful. As he experienced death and fear of death, his desire to live grew immensely. He felt released from fear and was free to walk up the trails and climb up the mountains fearlessly. In this way, with determination and with strong willpower, he was able to conquer his fear. Okay, he was now, after conquering his fear, he could swim in different lakes. He could swim at different rivers. In different rivers, he was able to canoe alone. Okay, and he was able to freely walk up on the trails and climb up the mountains fearlessly without any fear. So this is all about the chapter. I hope this will have clear to you. Okay, if you have any problem, you can ask me. Students, you have to write down the main points of this chapter yourself, okay, in your notebook, and plus prepare the chapter in note making form. Okay, prepare the summary of this chapter, of every chapter, not only this chapter, of every chapter in note making format. So have a nice day, students.